The Bostonian is Matt Perrault.
This is our city.
The book is Dave Sharapan.
Pay him. Pay that man his money.
Together, they are The Bostonian versus The Book.
You covered! You covered 12! I covered!
Follow the show on Twitter at Boston versus The Book.
How do you like them apples?
Bringing you the best insight on sports betting news, Matt and Dave's daily picks, and an entertaining and unfiltered dive into the sports betting industry. Here's Dave Sharapan and Matt Perrault.
And here we go.
Well, good morning, you West Coast Brigaders. And for you guys on the East Coast, you guys get a lunchtime show. How are you? Wednesday, BVB early, as we've got stuff going on today for G2E and the like. Matt Perrault, the Bostonian, Dave Sharapan, the book. We are live on YouTube, live on Twitter, as always, replayed on SiriusXM channel 159, Sports Grid TV each and every night, sometimes 6-7 times a week on Sports Grid TV. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Fired up. I'm fired up. We're gonna do the show.
Yeah.
Then we're going to go and we're going to walk around and network, commiserate, learn. I can't wait to hear some expert panel speakers about the future of this business. I'm beyond excited. I was out late last night.
You were.
Yeah. This week kills me. It's because at some point, it's the only time we get to see people physically in person.
Right.
That we talk to, email, Zoom, Microsoft Teams, and all that other bull caca. I like to sit and talk to people, look in their eyes, see what they think without them having to say anything in person. So I stay out late. People go out. Vegas gets the best of people, Perrault. It gets the best of people. They come here. They get sick. They stay out too late. They overindulge in food, drinks, other things. The smell down there, everywhere you walk on the strip. I don't know what that smell is exactly.
Cannabis.
Strong. Everywhere you go.
That smells cannabis.
Everywhere you go.
Yes.
I had a hint of it on I got to wear the smoking jacket when I go now, when I go down there. It's the thing I wear when I go down because I don't want anything else to smell like that.
It's
Can't
not good.
wear no hats. It's just no good. But I'm fired up.
No, I mean, it is an interesting week. Vegas, your kids were sick. My kid was sick. You're battling. I was battling. I feel pretty good today, but
I feel better.
A lot of people who come to town leave here, not just with those types of illnesses, but like colds and other things when they leave Vegas. So it's going to be, my gut tells me that we're going to have one of those like content space, everyone's sick in 2 weeks type of thing.
Anyone that's here is,
I'm so sick. I got sick from Vegas, blah, blah, blah. It's just one of those things. I am going to be out late night tonight. You were out late night last night. I will be out late night tonight as I will head to the Sphere. And fair warning, I probably will put too much on social media about this because I'm so jacked to go and see this tonight. So looking forward to seeing what the Sphere is going to be like. Looking forward to seeing what the sound. Everyone is jumping up and down about the look of the Sphere. And I can't wait to see the look of it. It's going to be incredible.
This is the audio nerd portion of the show brought to you by Matt.
I've been told this is the greatest audio venue in the history of music venues.
So excited about this.
I'm so excited about this. I have been told that every single seat has its own personal speaker and that you literally feel like you were next to the band as they're playing in front of you. The last time I saw U2, I was on the floor at Gillette Stadium, probably 60 yards from the band, watching them play Joshua Tree front to start. I was my 40th birthday 6 years ago. Now going to see U2 again. I can't wait to hear what they sound like. I can't wait. It's going to be so fun. I can't wait. So that's the audio nerd in me is geeking out about tonight just to hear. I want to walk around like I was tempted. It would be too weird. People look at me strangely, but I want to bring a blindfold. Like I just want to listen.
Oh my God. So I said to Jessica, I said, he's going to this show. And I know how excited you are. I'm happy for you. I can't wait to hear about it after. But I said, that big ball that when you cross over that walkway, it's become its own society. The walkway over the Wynn and the Venetian.
Yeah, right.
Palazzo, because everyone stops to stare at this ball.
Yeah.
There's the street performers are out. There's people, all the gangsters, hustlers, pimps, everybody's out trying to get something from that sphere and looking at it. It's a visual thing.
Mhm.
I said, Pete Rolt's going to go and put a blindfold on and sit
I
with
would
his
love
eyes
to.
closed. And she's like, what do you mean? I said, he's excited. I said, I am too. I'm anal about the hearing stuff. They tell me all the time that I have a problem because multiple noises bother me. I'm like, no, I hear everything. I listen to everything. So I know I can't wait for the report back. I hope it lives up to the billing audio-wise. Please.
Yeah, everyone.
I don't want to spoil, but I've heard that U2's a little long in the tooth.
They are. Yeah, they're old. I'm good.
I
know who I'm
your
seeing.
Expectations.
No. I'm good. U2 was old 6 years ago when I saw them play Joshua Tree.
Good.
Bono and the Edge. I'm like,
okay.
I understand who I am going to go see. Like this is not the same as going to a band in the 1990s, 2000s. This is not the heyday. Bono, I think, is 65, right?
Is he really?
He's somewhere in that age. He's upper 50s, lower 60s. These guys are old. They're AARP eligible. This is their last hurrah in a lot of ways. They're making $1 million a show every time they're going and performing here in Vegas on this mini. They're calling it a residency. I think we need to start to quantify what a residency actually is, because people are calling residencies like 5 shows as a residency. It's like, not really. It's not really a residency, but whatever. We're playing with that word. So everyone that hears I'm going is giving me DMs, and they're all like, it's incredible. I went Sunday, I went Monday, whatever it might be. But the UFC wants to perform, wants to have Mexican Independence Weekend next September. They want to have the event at the Sphere. And I'm going to be very curious to see what the inside looks like, because as far as what I've seen so far on social media, I have no idea how the hell they would do an event for the UFC at the Sphere, because everybody's going to be on one side. This is a concert venue, so there's a screen, and then there's a semicircle.
Right.
So putting the fighters in the middle of it, I guess it could be really neat and different to go see an event like that. But Dana White has said he wants to do the September show next year at the Sphere, and I am going to be like, wait, what? So that'll be fun to watch to see how that's going to go out. So yes, full report coming on the show tomorrow. Fair warning, I may be exhausted tomorrow morning. So tomorrow for the show. All right.
I hope you show up for the show.
Oh, cut it out.
It might be a long night.
When have I never not shown title shots? Where am I going with title shots here for you two? Talking about geriatrics. Yikes. Where are we going with that?
Hey. I don't know.
How the average age of people going is my age, is 46. No one's doing title shots on a Wednesday. My God.
This is exactly when people are doing title shots. Kids, school night, let it loose a little bit.
My God.
Come on.
Out. I don't know about that. What happened last night? Your Penguins cost me a lot of money last night. The hell was that?
They're
terrible.
Hold on. They're not. It's just first game, but there's a
terrible.
lot to be worked out. But
they are the same team they were last year. They're the same team.
The same core.
Same
make
team.
The playoffs.
Same team. Same. They blew 13 third period leads last year. They led the NHL up 2-0 in that game, going into the third period up 2-1, and they lose the game by 2 goals. 4 straight goals scored by Chicago. 4-2 loss last night. Game stayed under somehow. How? What the hell against Chicago? We'll get to the Bruins line tonight, but the Bruins line has gotten to be embarrassingly large tonight against Chicago. I don't know. Wait a minute. What are we doing here with the Bruins line? But it is, I don't know. I was very surprised. I thought the Penguins early in the year, I thought they would play. They had so many scoring opportunities in the first 2 periods that they didn't capitalize on. That game could have been 5-0 easy. Mrazek played out of his mind, still in his head. He was great for Chicago.
He's going to have to.
Yeah, he was great. Now they're playing the rookie tonight. They're playing the 24-year-old kid, not the rookie, but the 24-year-old kid goes tonight. So they're going to limit the back-to-backs with their goaltending, which I guess makes sense. But that's why the line is what the line is today.
I told you, you gotta be cautious about diving in too hard to hockey in October.
It's fine. I won money last. I mean, I made up for it. Vegas went 2-0 in the Vegas game.
Dear Lord, do they look good?
Won the college football game, and we're all good. So it was all good. Before we go to Vegas, though, did you see any of the game? I know you're running around. Do you see Connor Bedard at all?
Oh, I was on Sports Grid the whole first 2 periods. It was awesome.
What'd you make of Connor Bedard's debut?
Well, he can play.
He can. He looks the part.
I'm impressed. Just period. The way he carries himself. He's going to be perfect for what they want. He's in a city that they want to push. It's perfect. Very odd having the official welcome him to the league, like before the opening face-off drop. You know,
do you like the mic being on?
Welcome to year number 19.
All 3 games had the mic on for the dropping of the puck
for the opening face-off.
It was coordinated. It was that was definitely they were told to say something.
Of course. Yeah, it's because
the Golden Knights guy was really weird. He's like, "Okay, guys, this is really exciting, great atmosphere. Let's go play."
He goes, "This is going to be electric."
Electric, yeah. This is going to be electric.
Like Gumpy tweeted it because, like, that's who I mean, those guys started saying that first. Like, I don't remember anybody saying anything was electric until Gumpy and Pat and all those guys started saying it. So when they said it, he tweeted it. He goes, I forget what he said on his tweet. It was awesome. Listen, hockey's the best. Hockey's fun to watch. Don't even have to. I was watching Tampa and Nashville.
They look good.
It just turned into a fun game. The Penguins, there's gonna be some frustration when you bet the Penguins because
it would be limited for me.
Well, they should have scored 5 goals. You're right. I mean, there was just that's hockey though.
Yep.
Bedard, I like it. I think this is a good next crossover step. Does the league push him too hard at the beginning? Like
I don't know. I mean, he's so young. I mean, they're going to fine him for not wearing his helmet during warmups. He forgot his stick as he was walking out to go skate to warm up. He forgot his stick. So he had to go back. He was all the way out. They were following him and he went like forgetting your car keys when you're walking out the door. And he had to go back and go get the stick to go back out to go get ready. And then he didn't wear a helmet. And even PK Subban putting it out. He was like, oh my, he's out there without his bucket. He's like, what is he doing? And because PK knew, boom, instantly that's a fine. So he's like, let him go without a bucket. That's great. Like nobody stopped him and say, hey kid, you got to wear a helmet. You can't be out there without a helmet on. That's, it's a finable offense. And so they're going to fine him for not wearing the helmet. And then his post-game interview with Emily Kaplan, like he should be in high school. Like you just see him talk. It's like, this kid is 18, like legitimately 18 years old. And he's out here with men playing hockey and he looked the part. He didn't look like a guy that was overwhelmed by any means.
I went back in time to when Mario Lemieux got to Pittsburgh and he was only a couple years older than me and he was playing in the NHL and he was a big, tall guy, strong, but still like skinny. And he was a kid. He was just a big kid, but he was so good. And I would listen to these interviews. He could barely speak English. You know, he was French Canadian.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking, this kid is the next one. Listen, you can forget your stick coming out of the wall. I forgot to take my skate guards off my blades when I came out one time. I stepped on the ice, and I was the first guy out. I stepped on the ice and boom, right on my ass. And everybody just jumped over me to get on the ice because you get all hyped up, before you come out. And I stood up and I couldn't stand up. And I looked out. I'm like, you idiot. You left your skate guards on. You dumbass. Like, so just nervous thinking about the game and this and that. He forgot his stick.
He was scared out of his mind. It was first NHL game in his life. He's 18 years old.
You could tell he was, that's the thing. Like when you know you belong, wherever it is you're at in life, when you know you belong and you put in the work, I don't know. I don't get nervous. Like I
don't mean like that. I don't mean nervous isn't like he's like, oh my God, I can't believe I shouldn't be here. Nervous of like I mean, I've waited my whole life for this moment. Like, this is the moment that I've dreamt about since I was 5. Like, I'm an NHL player playing in a real NHL game. I'm taking a face-off against Sidney Crosby, my idol. Like, this is a surreal moment for the kid. Like,
Right.
you know, Kaplan asked him, what will you remember? And he goes, the win. And I was like, ooh, that was a good answer. That was a good answer. It wasn't like the face-off or the moment or my family or my brother or what. It was the win. I was like, ooh,
True.
okay. And they were 300. They were minus, Penguins were minus 300 favorites, 250 favorites in that game.
ATL Coos said the vets told him you only get 1 rookie lap, so he didn't wear his helmet. Not a bad move. Pay the fine. Take a rookie lap without your bucket.
Just to get the pictures or get the feel, the wind in your hair? Like, what's the...
I don't know. I did it once.
Yeah.
Because we weren't allowed to do it ever. We weren't, I mean, in high school, college, you're never allowed on the ice without your helmet. But it's fun. I used to watch those guys when I was a little kid, and you could see, like, the exception was a guy that wore a helmet. Everybody did let their hair flow.
Yeah.
Had it all cleaned up, was looking around the crowd for what they were doing, title shots after the game. I'm not talking like 1978, 79, Pittsburgh Penguins. Vancouver in.
I mean, I'm not that old. I'm old enough. I remember guys playing in the NHL without helmets in general.
Oh, absolutely.
I remember Rick Middleton playing without a helmet at all. Like, for the Bruins, he wouldn't wear a helmet. Like, it was always like,
and then put one on late in his career. But yeah,
I mean, I remember guys who just, guys with mustaches and long hair. And
they
looked like Slapshot.
That was
like
real.
That was real. So they look like, if you ever watch a movie Slapshot, that's what in the 80s, that's what guys, when I first went to the Boston Garden. I've told the story before to you, but like, my dad was a hockey guy. So like, we watched he was a hockey and Patriots guy. He liked the Red Sox. He wasn't diehard Red Sox. That was later in my life. And he was more, he liked the Celtics, but it was more hockey and football. Like, he was a winter sport person where he wanted to watch winter sports. And, we would go and watch Bruins game. And like, my first ever sporting event was Merrimack College hockey when they were D2 and they won the D2 national championship, and then moved up to Hockey East when I was in, I think, middle school, probably elementary school. They moved up to high level Division I, but going to the Boston Garden, I was going to hockey games and like going and watching those, decent Bruins teams, the Andy Moog Bruins teams. Those guys, like, that's what I was watching, those hockey games, and they were playing. Some guys were without helmets. I'm trying to remember who was Ray Bork's line mate on the blue line for the Bruins.
Kluzak was a big
because he didn't wear a helmet either, and it was always like people would talk about Ray wearing a helmet, and Ray's counterpart on the other side was not wearing a helmet, and it was always like Ray Bork was the up and coming player who grew up playing with a hockey helmet. So now everyone's going to have to start wearing helmets. And I forget what year the NHL made everybody do it, but I mean, it was, there was a time, kids. Didn't wear, I mean, I'm not old enough. I'm not old to remember the old school hockey masks. I still had, like, the Jason masks. I don't remember those days. I'm too young for that, but how in the heck did they ever do that? It was absolutely nuts and crazy to do.
NHL repealed the mandatory helmet rule for the 1992-93 season, but reinstated it afterward. So
talk for 1 second. I got to do something real quick. Someone's here to get something. Talk 1 second. I'll be right back.
Go ahead. All right. This is alarming when he does this. He gets up in the middle of the show. I get worried someone's at his house because he's there all by himself right now. Hopefully he's just going to get something. Baseball. We'll get to it. It's probably the Astros today. I see the chat. You guys are asking. It's probably the Astros today. I hope the Twins win. I'd love to see they go 5. But we'll have all the baseball. I don't know. Who's here? Do you guys like this start time? 9 o'clock Pacific, noon Eastern. Put a yes or a no. Where you're at watching the show. It's not Roll Call Friday. Don't tell him. He'll watch back later and go, what are you doing? You only do that on Friday. It's fine. It's all right. He's all geeked up about this YouTube show. Can't wait. Oh, there's the door.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Forgot. Of all the things I forgot to do, the car I forgot.
Oh.
Guy needed the key to the car.
Oh, okay.
He was outside going like, "Hey, I'm here." Oh,
What'd you get?
This is a 2024 Camry this week.
Oh,
So nothing like that.
nothing like that monstrosity you had last week.
Not $130,000, $140,000 car I just had for the Lexus Ultra Luxury 600.
God,
Beast of a
nice.
car. So, anyways, all right. So Vegas dropped the banner last night. They killed Seattle. PK it's early, but it looked phenomenal for Vegas.
Yeah.
They killed a 5-minute major.
Yeah.
No goals given up.
It was good.
They were good. They were really good. How do we feel about the slot machine celebration?
Not for me. I'm not the audience. I got to remember that.
What do you mean? Of course you're the audience.
What do you mean?
I mean, you are the audience. You're a hockey fan in Vegas.
It's cheesy as hell. I don't know. I don't know.
No? You're out?
It's not for me. Yeah.
It was a little odd. I'm not gonna lie. It was a little weird. I wanted to like it. I like the banner. What do you make it take?
Right.
What do you make it taking a picture when there's 4 guys who weren't on the team last year in that picture?
It's such a weird thing because, like, I knew guys that won the Stanley Cup in Pittsburgh, like, knew them,
Right.
players, and then they weren't on the team the second year.
Right.
They won it again, or they weren't on the Penguins. Like, defenseman, who was it?
I just can't remember. Can you remember a time where a team took a picture the next year as they were raising the banner with the whole team with guys who weren't on that team in the picture? I couldn't figure that. I was like, what the hell are they doing? I was like, this is weird. Like, the picture time happens afterwards. Like this, I felt like they were holding on to it a little bit too tight last night. No,
Yes,
it didn't affect them. They went out and hammered Seattle. They were, I mean, it didn't impact the game. They went out there and did their penalty kill was the story. Seattle's got a problem with that. Clearly, they got to work on the power play. It's early in the year, obviously, but I was really kind of like, okay, this is definitely long, and this is definitely a different type of ceremony, along with the slot machine. We're really pushing this Vegas gambling thing.
I feel like it's over the top too much about that. I mean, it's a show. Don't get me wrong. Going to the game is a show with the game wrapped around it. I'm still just about the game. So it's not for me.
Yeah, I wasn't in love with it. But, I mean, Vegas looked very good last night. I felt like they got some pieces, and, they didn't lose their core. They still have a really good power play, so a really good power play kill, but they skate still. They fly.
They're very fast. Hill looks so relaxed.
He did. He looked really good
looks
last night.
Great. Like, just
they're going to be formidable. They're going to be tough to beat. They're going to be in the conversation. I don't think they repeat, but they're going to be there. They're going to be a tough out.
I think Cassidy's a good coach.
Agreed.
He
got the monkey off his back. Because for the longest time with Boston, he had so much pressure on him to win the cup, and he went to the playoffs 6 straight years and failed and then got fired for failing. So that shakes your confidence as a coach. It's like, man, I just can't get over the hump. And then he got there in year 1 with Vegas. So I think the floodgates are open for that guy. I'm with you. I think he's going to be really looking to do some cool things this year.
The guys play for him. Like, everybody's on the same page. Like, whatever, because as a coach, you got to get on them, and you got to, if they're not listening, then you can tell there's no tension. Like, all 4 lines play well together.
Right.
The special teams units, I love when I see them start like this, because usually it takes time to meld power play and penalty kill. Penalty kill is still the best thing in the world. Like, killing the penalties is
5-minute major penalty kill.
I there's nothing better than when you kill a 2-minute, power play is enough. When you kill a 5-minute major, you're like, we can do anything. We'll win. We're going to win this game. It's impressive. I think I don't want to say we're going to have another run, but like
No, I think there's. I think it's
Knights are
happening.
going to be around all
Yes,
season.
they're going to be competitive all year.
There's
They're going to be in the
people putting
conversation.
their Oilers Maple Leaf Stanley Cup final. Who said that? Seabass?
Everyone is. That's. I mean, we'll talk about.
Oilers Maple Leafs?
Yes, that's
Canada?
That is the number one thing I have seen this year for all the quote unquote prognosticators.
Really?
Toronto, Edmonton, all Canada Cup final this year.
What?
Yep. I don't buy it either. I think
Everyone in the chat wants to thank you for turning them on the flash score so they can.
Oh
see
my
the
God, this is
goals
the best
happen
thing ever.
before.
It is the best thing. I was in love last night. It's so good. Takes away all the, you can just sit there and do other things and your phone buzzes. Goal, watch, bam, goal. You can see it. Flash score is awesome. It is so good. $4. Best $4 you'll spend all year. Non-endorsement. That's not even endorsed. It's not an ad. I should endorse it. I should be doing ads for Flash Score. It's so good. Every other sport is too chaotic. It doesn't work for soccer, although it's meant for soccer.
Right.
Baseball, basketball, football, no. Hockey, perfection.
Well, you don't like it for a baseball?
No, not really, because I don't need it. It's too much on a baseball Saturday. It's too much. It's too much scoring. It's like bzz, 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 just constantly going nuts. It's too much.
Can't you just watch it without the buzz?
No, that's the whole point of it, is to tell you when a goal scores or a game, a point. You can limit it to tell you when to notify you, but like hockey, I want to know when the goal scores. By the way, Gift Teens went 3-0 yesterday. Goals in the first 15 minutes. So Addison's parlay hit. All 3 games, goal in the first 15 minutes.
Big minuses, right?
Minus 130 total.
Well, yeah, but they all 3.
Oh yeah, 450, 350, right. 400. Yeah, huge prices on them, but they all came in. Gift came in for Vegas. That was fun. With their first shot on goal, first shot on goal scores, first shot of the season scores.
Did any of them score not in the first 10, but in the first 15? Because the Knights that cashed the first 10.
What was?
I'm just curious if anything.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the first goal for Pittsburgh. When did they score that? That was quick, right? Because Crosby scored the second one. I forget the first one.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let me see.
The first goal was scored.
I
don't think it was scored in the first 10 minutes.
The Gift did not score
for a long time.
Let's see. The first goal scored last night was at the 7:04 mark. So yes, it hit for that game too. So every game, yeah, the Gifts came in.
Is what's left in the first period.
No, it counts up. It counts up. When you look at the scoring summary on ESPN.com, it counts up. Goes from 0 to 10 to 20, not down. Right? Brian Rust scored with 7:04 gone in the first period. Crosby scored with 11:56 left to go in the period. Or gone in the period, rather.
Yeah.
Let's see. Play by play.
Yes.
Yeah. It goes from 0. It starts the way ESPN does it. It starts at 0 and it counts up.
That's the way the game summaries do it. Yes.
Yeah. Counts
up. So that one was good.
So that one counted. Vegas came in, and then Tampa. I'm pretty confident Tampa came in too.
Nashville 9:48 in the first period.
Woo! That's right. It just came in. Someone said that to me. Right. It just came in. So yeah, all 3 Gifts goal within 10 minutes came in. So for tonight,
but not in 9 minutes.
Not in 9.5 either, and not 9.5, 9 or 9.5. You
that
bastards. Yeah, that's Fugazi. All you did.
That's gonna be interesting. Huh.
I'm telling you, it's robbery. If books start going to that, that's such bogus. If you drop it down to 9 minutes and 9.5 minutes,
yeah,
that's just such a bunch of. So hopefully, books here won't be doing that, but stations here did. So at 9:30, and it got there. I mean, it got the gift for the book.
Right.
So there you go. Stations cashed it for them. To baseball we go. Rangers advance to the ALCS. Big win over the Orioles. 5 games, 5 wins for Texas. What do you make of the Rangers? Big Business is out. Like he was beside himself last night. Didn't know what the hell to do. He was texting, tweeting.
He dropped us a big a big spot today.
Already,
just
he
now
told
in a
me he was.
super chat.
He told me he was going to because he was so in his feelings last night.
Good morning, boys and girls. On top of the world this morning, LFG Rangers.
Yeah, he's.
And he dropped a pink stripe
Yeah,
in the super chat.
He
which
told
is
me last
a
night he was
big
going to do that
50
because
burger.
he's like, you know what this feels like. I haven't felt this since the days of watching like Rabbit Ear TV.
Right.
Like it's been a long time for him since he's seen his Rangers in the ALCS.
Yeah.
They live to win the whole thing.
Of course. I sure as hell hope so.
8 wins away.
I mean,
8 wins away.
yeah.
Will you hedge it or you fly or let it fly if they beat the Astros?
It depends who's the other side.
Okay.
If the other side doesn't matter, I could just sit
I think
back
they're gonna have a really hard time beating the Astros. I think it's Astros.
Oh,
Braves.
without a doubt.
I still think it's Astros Braves.
Without a doubt. I hope you're wrong about that. That's
The offense for the
chalkiest matchup. We don't want that.
I know. It just
Anything but that.
It feels
great.
like that's what's going to happen. That's what I feel like it's going to. I think the
hope
Braves
you're
win.
wrong.
I think you think the Phillies win tonight. I think the Braves win tonight. I think the Braves.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the game's going. I think that series is going 5. I don't know how they get there, but
I hope so. But I think
I'd be
they
very
woke up.
surprised if the Phillies or the Braves both win both games right now.
I've seen these stories. I've seen these teams when they win a game 2 like they're not supposed to, that they relax and then they go and they start playing the way they're supposed to play. And I think they've got just their offense is going to explode tonight. I think that game goes over tonight with Philly and Atlanta.
Yeah.
We're going to see a lot of offense in this. What do you make of the AL East? 0-7. What the hell happened?
They lost.
Number 1 seed in the American League, gone. Number 2 seed record-wise, gone. Toronto just, I don't know, they were bored. They didn't want to be there, obviously. They were tweeting out advertisements on their Instagram accounts during the game. 0-7.
4 of the losses are to Texas.
Yep.
I mean, so they ran into a hot team for 4 games. That happens.
No, 5 of the losses are Texas.
3-2. Yeah, that's right.
5 of the losses. 5 of the 7
Right.
are to Texas.
So one team got hot for a week. Happens.
Hot.
I don't think there's anything you can like. Do you make it out like there's something wrong with the division or something like it's overrated or what? Like I don't think there's anything. It's just coincidental that they happen to beat the AL East teams.
I mean, I don't think there's any real I don't think you can fix it. Like, there's nothing you can do to make it like. How do you change the American League East to be better in the playoffs? I don't think that's the case, but I do think it's an indictment as to how good the teams really were. I don't think they were very good. I mean, we talked about all year. What will the Orioles do when they made the playoffs with these baby birds? What were they going to do? And they pooped themselves.
You got to get at least one starter who can overcome all of everything else. You got to have a guy that's going to give you a game where
who's been there before.
You're in it.
Just
in
it.
Like
been there before. A guy who
doesn't
knows
even
how
have to be in it before. Just give me a guy that can throw 98 and can keep a team off balance. And because if we're going to take a little while to get going, we need to be in the game. If we don't have a guy to do that, we're trailing every game. Now the pressure's on everybody. The baseball runs downhill so quickly.
Right.
As soon as the other team gets a 3-run home, like Garcia hit that ball yesterday. I swear to God, he hit that ball to Houston. That ball was gone. Like I said, this series is over.
Yeah, right.
That was it. I mean, that was the shot. You knew right then. It was like, well, no, they could. I was on with Wetzel. I said, it's done. Wrap it up. It's over.
Yeah. You know what's going to happen in the ALCS, right? Creed is going to play pregame for game 3. It's happening. Right now, Creed will be there because no one gives a fuck about Creed except for this baseball team. And they brought back this damn Higher song that should have been left in the dustbin of the 90s. And they pulled it back. They're playing it for the 7th inning, for the 8th inning stretch or 7th inning stretch. I can't remember which one they're doing. I think this might have been the 8th inning stretch. They're playing that. The whole damn ballpark is singing Creed. They're all into this together. It happened when the Red Sox made the run and they had Tessie as their song. Dropkick Murphys recorded Tessie and they played Tessie, who was in the World Series, but they had a pregame concert with the Dropkick Murphys in center field performing. It's going to happen. Watch. Creed will play either during the World Series or during the ALCS for the Rangers.
1979 Pittsburgh Pirates were dubbed the We Are Family team. I could listen to that song every day for the rest of my life because that
song.
year
Creed's
I listened
to
it. It's a fantastic song. Oh my God. Are you Sister Sledge?
Creed is not.
We Are Family.
That song's great. Yeah, that song's great. I'm talking about Creed. Creed's not good.
It's associated with the winning team. They're listening to it. It doesn't matter
if it's good or not. Oh, yes, it does. To me, it matters. Whether the song is good or not matters to me. Yes, it matters.
If your team's winning and I'm telling you, it doesn't matter. This will go. Sometimes these things galvanize teams. They galvanize cities. It's awesome. It's awesome.
That's true.
Your feelings and besmirchment of Creed.
I mean, can we take me high? This is the ballpark left, right. I mean, it's just nonsense.
What song is it? What song
Higher.
is it? Oh,
it's Creed's Higher.
CBW said, guessing no Creed is a guest on here now. Damn it.
Okay.
Well, I mean, can we get Creed on? That would be great. If anyone knows Creed, we'll have them on. Talk about this resurgence.
This song is so. What year is this song came out?
It's a great song.
It's so bad.
Oh my God.
Oh, it's so bad.
I love it.
How does 6.2 million listens a month still on Spotify to Creed? What are we doing? Oh God, Scott Stapp is so annoying. Holy mother, is that guy annoying? Oh.
This guy Bobby Carpenter's on Pat's show right now. He played for Ohio State. I did a show with him a month ago.
Oh, did you? Yeah. He's a complete Ohio State sycophant.
I told him that, and I think that's why they never invited me back. I said we're going to beat you in Columbus.
He is a complete and total Ohio State sycophant. It's amazing to see on that. So,
man, oh man,
they,
I don't know. Like I'm good with it all. Getting this team, the city, getting caught up in it. Whatever brings them together. They're playing. I mean, they're hitting. They're Evaldi. Watching the pitcher do what he did still gets. That's one of my favorite things about it. I told you I'm going to go back and throw innings in a fantasy camp, a major league fantasy camp. I'm going to do it. I'm watching him work, and I'm like, that guy got it today. He got it. Sing Creed, do whatever you want. Give Evaldi the ball. They set up that top. If Twins can win. Do they move? They won't move up the ALCS, right? Like it's set for.
No, it's a TV show.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
TV show. Yeah. That's why everyone's saying, like, okay, now the Rangers they got to sit. Oriole fans like,
with the bullshit. Well, you bet against them in game one because they sat.
Oriole fans are going, okay, now you get to sit. You get to feel what it's like to not play for a bunch of days.
Well, then I hope Houston wins today and everybody sits.
Yeah.
And then there's no talk about somebody sitting has to win.
It's over. The series is over, right?
What?
Houston, Minnesota's over, right?
No. Minnesota's favored today.
They are. That's
favored.
True. Yeah.
How?
Don't know. Good question. Sonny Gray. I mean, Sonny Gray gave up 8 home runs. He gave up 8 home runs all year. He gave up 2 yesterday. I mean, that's insane.
Baseball.
Pitch an entire year, and then you get tattooed.
It's just not right. Like it's such a hard game, and sometimes it's so unfair. I used to tell the kids that all the time. It was one of the lessons we talked about, with softball and life, and try to intertwine the two. Listen, sometimes you do everything right and you lose. You work the count to 3-1 perfect. You know fastball's coming and you're looking for it outside, middle out. You hit it, you crush it, and the right fielder stands there like this, boom, catches it. Like you laced it. Doesn't matter. Sonny Gray had a bad start yesterday. May cost him the whole season.
Tonight, Phillies, Atlanta.
Can't
Philly
wait to
favored.
watch.
Game 3. Monster game.
Over.
Total's 9. I would agree. Game
Over. I don't know. I think you get good starts from both.
Okay.
But when it breaks, it's going to break.
How many? Nola gives up what? Elder gives up what? How many each? 2 each?
I don't, maybe. Yeah. Like what's the first 5? 4.5 or 4?
Ooh, I didn't look.
It's 4.5. If it's 4.5, it's major juice under. Major.
Even with the total being 9. It's
Okay.
4.5 major juice over.
Really?
Minus 135. 4.5.
Wow. Okay.
They're seeing offense. I would agree.
Yeah. Maybe I was hoping it would be under juice because I like over. Like I was going to you. I hope it's under juiced.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I think we get not the softball game, but we get one of those games today.
I would agree with you.
5-4.
I think the Braves bats are alive. I think when you win a game like that you weren't supposed to, and now look, Philly media needs to cut it out. Okay, Bryce Harper getting made fun of in the Braves locker room after he got thrown out in game 2 to end the game. Like, that's baseball, man. That's sports. Okay, media wasn't supposed to be there. The guys are just having a good time. They're enjoying themselves. Philly media is trying to vilify this Braves team, saying they're a bunch of sore winners. And look, it's just sports, man. He wasn't doing it to Bryce. He was celebrating a guy making a huge mistake. And Harper made a huge mistake, falling down at a rounding second and getting doubled off to end the game.
I mean, he was trying to score. The ball looked like it was going off the fence or over the wall.
Right. So, like, it's
but in hindsight, like, you tell the base runner, you go and you stand at second because you're probably going to score if that ball is down anyway.
Mm-hmm.
With 1 out, you got to wait. You can't get doubled off. So,
and the game.
It happens. But
who wins? Philly, Atlanta.
I hope it's Philly today and Atlanta tomorrow.
I'm going to Atlanta.
That's oh, wow. Yeah, I think it's Philly. I'm hoping it's Philly today. And Atlanta tomorrow, and then we get a game 5 for everything on. Is it Friday or Saturday? I think it
would need to be.
Oh, no, it would be Saturday. Okay.
Yeah, because doesn't the NLCS, ALCS start Sunday, Monday, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it would need to be Saturday.
Wow.
For that.
Yeah, I mean, I got the scenarios. I'm hoping it's
You're sitting pretty.
Get Braves out. If we could get the Braves out or the Astros out, things get really interesting in this house. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah, I don't like.
I have the
Astros worry me.
One.
Yeah, the Astros.
I'm okay if it's them. Like
okay.
I'd prefer it really. If we could get Atlanta out sooner than later, that'd be great.
Well, I mean, we'll see. Game 3 is a big one. Do we have stats on what it means if you win Game 3 in a 5-game series, tied 1-1? It's got to be the team that wins Game 3 has to be like 60%, 70% of the time, right? Wins the series.
Yeah, I probably have some. I'll check with MLB.
Yeah, it feels like if you win tonight,
it's probably 70% or better.
Yeah, the team that wins tonight wins the series. Astros are going to end this tonight.
Ask the chat. We got a nice group of people. I mean, these people like the
East Coast early time. Yeah,
they're not the West Coast people. The West Coast people are not happy with us right now.
They can't be. No,
they're not happy with us right now at all.
No.
Atlanta Braves or Phillies for you baseball guys? That's a good question. I think we get more Braves, despite the fact that the Phillies are the favorite. Like, these lines are questionable today. The Phillies favored small.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense. The game's a dead pick 'em. The Astros in Minnesota dead pick 'em. I mean, and it's minus 120. It's the same line. And then the next game. This is minus 120 today, too.
130.
Well, it was last night. It ain't 130 now.
It's 130 now. Consensus right now is 130. DraftKings 130. Caesars 130. Superbook 130. South Point 125.
Yeah. Circa
130 now.
122. The offshores are all 121, 122. Yeah. That's more. That makes sense. You want Lance Lynn with the season on the line?
Hell no. Over.
Oh. Fought?
Number
Fought
one
closes it out?
Number one, I don't know who wins the game, but I've been waiting to make this bet the entire postseason that the Dodgers are by far the number one team on the road to the over this year. Number one team on the road to the over, number one team after a loss to the over this year. Like they may not win today, but this is the softball game to me.
Right.
This is offense. Both Lance Lynn's going to get hit. Fought's going to get hit. Like this is like the 7-6 type game. Like this is going to be crazy tonight, I think.
Philly, Braves, Bravos, Braves, Hope Philly, Braves, Philly, Braves, Konowinski. Enjoy your lunch. He's eating lunch during the BVB as well earlier. Good for him. Then Phillies. Wow. Huh. I don't know, man. What's the game of the night or the game of the day?
Philly, Atlanta.
It's a day game.
It's a game of the day. 100% game of the day.
Can you believe the Dodgers could be out
tonight? I don't think they're dead.
If you're the Diamondbacks, do you have to win today?
No.
You could close this thing out tomorrow?
Yeah.
You give the Dodgers a little bit of life?
You can beat the Dodgers in LA. They win game 5 on the road.
I don't think they want to do that.
Nobody wants to do that. I'm saying they can. Look, it's better to you got somebody wounded, don't let them get off the mat. Like keep them down.
They got to do what Texas did.
Crush them early.
They got it. We'll know early.
Yeah.
Because I think if they could get a bomb or two off of Lynn, if Lynn don't go 5 minimum, I don't know who's left to throw. Like the bullpen's gassed. They've thrown a lot of innings already in 2 days.
Right.
So they need an ace performance from Lance Lynn,
which is nuts to ask for. Lance Lynn, they've won his last 4 starts. They've won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9 of the last 11 starts. Dodgers have won of Lance Lynn. They got the right guy on the mound.
We'll ask the chat this one. Dodgers or D-backs? I was going to go, but we got too many people in town. And
I
was going to get in the car and go.
Since the 1st of August, over, under, over, under.
Over.
So just give you an idea of what Lance Lynn, what his games have looked like since the 1st of August.
Over.
7-3, 8-2, 6-1, 1-0, 7-4, 8-7, 11-4, 11-2, 8-3. Like it's just they score for him and he gives up runs. Over 9.5.
Wow. All right. We got some Diamondbacks, Dodgers tonight, Diamondbacks next game.
Would you take the Dodgers to win the series before game 3?
You have to really believe. That they can win 3 in a row. I always say take a good price because it's not going to be that price tomorrow, and it's
4-1. It's 4-1. It's gone. They win tonight. 4-1's gone. It would be cut in half. 4-1 is even short considering what we're talking about here.
It is. Yeah, do the parlay calculator. You got -120, -120. and minus 140. Like that's better than 4-1, I think. I think the rollover. Wow, we got a lot of Dodgers, D-backs, Dodgers, D-backs. Konowinski has a 31 ticket on them for the NL champs. There you go. Attaboy, Konowinski.
D-backs?
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. This is does either one of these teams beat the winner of the other series?
No.
That's the problem. All these hope tickets. I got all these hope tickets.
But he can fade it though. He can go. He can hedge off of it.
Same. Yeah,
If they get there, just hedge off of it. It's you can got the ticket, hedge off.
I know, but it's just fun hitting one of those.
Yeah, and push it down because you have a chance.
Are you going to watch these games tonight?
No.
No, you're not watching a thing. That's right. You'll be at the show.
Yeah, no, not even. I won't even. I might monitor it a little bit, but
you will not. You will not monitor baseball games while you're at the U2 show.
Probably not. I'm going to say no. No, I'm going to say I'm probably going to be. I'm going to try I'm going to take a couple of pictures and videos early because Madeline wants to see what it looks like.
Right.
And I'm going to try very hard to put my phone away.
Yeah, just soak it in.
Just because it's a sensory. It's supposed to be a sensory experience. So I do not want to watch the thing through my phone. I want to watch the thing with my eyes. So. It'd be fun to have some pictures and some memories, but nothing overwhelming, nothing crazy as we go through it. All right, the hockey. You already mentioned it, but are you buying this? Toronto is a cup contender, 11-1 to win it all. There are a lot of people in the content space that are saying this is the year for the Maple Leafs to get the cup.
Oh, slow down.
They got the monkey off their back by winning a series last year. They got out of the first round finally. And now, does this team make a run? The answer is no.
How do you? I was trying to break it. Like, we got a lot of Canadian listeners. There might be some Leafs fans.
Yeah.
And they do this every year. They build you up. They give you that excitement, anticipation, hope, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And they look great. They come out at the beginning of the season and they're flying around and we got a goalie. We're good. We're going to be okay. And then they have the last few years, they've had a pretty good regular season.
They have.
And they go into the playoffs and it's the same old Leafs. I mean, we get to talk to Cam every Friday. I get to talk to him 3 or 4 nights a week. And he's he's the epitome of, he's beaten down.
How could he not be?
He just crushed. It's just one of the best lines ever was from a guy that I worked with in a book. And somebody bought, it was a Cubs ticket, but then we applied it to the Maple Leafs.
Mm-hmm.
When they would buy the ticket, we would take the money and we'd hand him the ticket. And he'd go, this is just for this year and not your lifetime. It's one of the best lines ever when you give him future because it prompted a laugh from the person that was buying it because they knew. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right? 11-1 to win it all. Where's the zero behind that? Where's the zero? 110-1 to win it all. Because they can't. They don't. I don't want to have Will create a short.
I mean, they got
disappointments and all that other stuff.
They got worked by Florida last year. They got past Tampa.
Right.
And they had everyone believing, and then they got worked, lost 4 games to 1, got bounced. But they got past the first round. That's why everyone's saying it's the dam got broken. Look out, here they go. This is that last year was like that they had to get over the hump and they got over the hump. Now it's go time. The pressure's off them. They got past the first round. Nope. Still not buying it. Tonight they are monster favorites against the Montreal Canadiens, who are picked to be one of the worst teams in hockey. Again. This seems expensive.
This is the favorites are overpriced at the beginning of the season. They're overpriced because people bet them. Doesn't mean that they're going to win. Means nothing. It means that people bet them. Mm-hmm. So you want to lay a $3 favorite with everybody? How's it last night? How did that feel with the $2.50 favorite?
I didn't lay it. I mean, I had a money line parlay. I didn't lay it, but
right.
But yes, I mean, it was ridiculous to see them lose outright.
Wow, Chef Benny called them the Make Me Laughs.
That's awesome.
The Maple Leafs, the
I
Make
like
Me
that.
Laughs. Oh God.
The best line still is about the when the leaves fall.
Oh yeah,
Still
the
the
Leafs
best
fall in the spring in Toronto. So good, so
That
good.
might be the best sports insult line going. It's
Yeah.
just too good. It's unbelievable.
I don't mean to laugh, but it is.
Oh,
Funny.
it's so
It
good.
is funny.
It's absolutely a tremendous, and you can't say anything back if you're a Toronto sports fan. It's like, yeah, but no, can't do it. Something to say back.
Before we go on to the next story, I just looked down in the chat. I just
Yeah.
want to send out positive vibes to Blue Spader. His wife has taken a bit of a turn for the worse.
Okay.
And he's watching the show. He brings us into that room with him and his wife and, watches the show. And, he came out to the live shows in Vegas. We got to meet. Good dude. We're all, sending you the positive thoughts that everyone, that you met from all over the country that came to do the live shows. We're just, recognizing it right now. We got you. Just reach out, come here. We started early today, but we're here every day. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We're going to do another live show.
Oh, yeah.
Sometime at some point,
Soon.
whether it's here or on the road. We're going to figure that out, hopefully, in the next week or two.
Okay.
So stay tuned.
Minus 350 Bruins tonight. Blackhawks have a big advantage. They played a game. Bruins have not. They're starting.
And they played a game last night.
But they're young. It doesn't matter to me. Back-to-backs, whatever.
Back-to-backs don't matter.
Not in the first 2 games of the year. Not
talking about it. A different goalie and everything.
That's the difference. The goalie is the difference.
Yeah.
That's why the Bruins should be this big of a favorite.
Wait. Are you taking the Blackhawks?
No. No. Only bet I think you can make on this game, to be quite honest, is over 5.5.
You know what Wetzel pointed out to me last night on Sports Grid? It's a very good point. For books that offer it, it's the only really sport that offers it is the win in regulation.
Sorry, hold on. The Bruins are now, it's 6.5. A massive run on the over for the Bruins Blackhawks game.
Where are you looking?
That was FanDuel.
Yeah, DraftKings and FanDuel are the only 6.5. So everyone else is 6.
Woo! It was 5.5 at FanDuel last night. I thought about betting it. I didn't bet it.
Remind me to tell you when we get together in person about what FanDuel's tech about what they're doing with why the lines might be different. Learned a little something last night too. Out and about. It was very interesting. Betting and regulation, when you don't want to lay 350 with the Bruins, it's not half. The puck line is usually half. So if the puck line is minus, or the money line is minus $3, the puck line is minus 150 usually, right?
Okay. So today it's Bruins are minus 345 at FanDuel. The puck line's minus 137.
Oh, somebody's sleeping.
Win in regulation is minus 230.
Okay. So that's what books are going to do. They're going to it's usually in the middle of those two. So if it was minus $3, it would be minus 150.
Win in regulation is a bet I love. I make it all the time.
Do you?
Oh yeah, I love it. Last year, I love a win in regulation. Absolutely. Because for teams that lose a lot but lose by 1 goal, it's an unbelievable bet. That's how you fight back on the puck line price, where the book is saying, all right, yeah, you can come in, take the puck line. That's great. Go ahead, because they're going to win 4-3 or 3-2. You come in, okay, that's fine. I just need to win in regulation. Vegas was very good at that last year. Golden Knights were very good.
Winning by 1.
Mm-hmm. They weren't great on the puck line, but they were very good in regulation.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's, and when he pointed that out, reminded me, I'm like, yeah, you know what? That's good.
Mm-hmm.
That's not an available option everywhere.
Mm-mm.
It should be.
Here it is. I mean, it's not everywhere, but Boyd has FanDuel lines and FanDuel offers it. So if you're in Vegas, you can get it at Boyd.
Oh, okay. There you go. Well, that's
Stations, I think offers it.
I think so.
Circa does not. Westgate does not.
It's really not hard. Like I don't like, if I was in a room, we'll have Davis on.
Okay.
We'll ask him about that, because I mean, it has to be priced right. And you'll find out quick who's playing it, where you have to price it. If you have to make it a lot closer to the money line, you will. I don't think it's even that much of a sweat. Like, and when you get mad about these losses, like if you take a team in regulation and the other team pulls the goalie and scores, like you're upset, but like that's not going to happen that often, right? You're up one late. Right. You don't get the empty netter, but the other team does get the game tied. And so you goes to overtime and then your team wins. And you're like, damn it, I should have taken the money line. No, you shouldn't.
No, you shouldn't have. Right. Right. Yeah. That's process, right? That's it's back to the Annie Duke book, Thinking in Bets. It's about, are you making the right play regardless of what the outcome winds up being? You've done the research, you've done the work, you've handicapped it correctly, and then something fluky happens. Doesn't mean you should stop making that play. You should do the same thing. The results should not be the thing dictating whether or not you make the same play.
Right.
So yes, I mean, I completely and totally agree with that. And that's hard for, I don't know what's going on with people in my mentions the last 2 weeks, but there's a lot of people who are having a very difficult time understanding these thought processes and the way things are working. I actually had a guy last night try to tell me that he's been following my plays for the last 8 months, and I'm averaging being up 1 to 2 units every single week, and that's a major problem.
Because it should be more, or
I absolutely was beside myself. I was like, hold on.
Well, just go follow someone else.
That's what I said. I go, if you think it's that easy, why are you listening to me?
Time out. Whoever this person is.
Yeah.
Sorry, Will. Fucking go look somewhere else. What do you want?
That's what I said. I was like, so wait a minute.
That's a problem?
You're telling me that he uses it as an insult.
It.
He said, no, he believed it. He goes, I've been following Matt for the last 8 months. He's only up 1 to 2 units every single week.
Thank you for following you that long.
I was like, wait a minute.
Great.
That's you're trying to insult me by telling me you're up every 1 to 2 units every week for 8 months per week. And that is your insult at me. It's like, what are we doing? You think that this is that easy? Where are these TikTok handicappers who are ruining this business? Because if you think like being up 40, 70, 80 units a week is something that should just be typically happening. 1, what's your unit? $1? But 2, like, what are we doing? Like that's
need to stop talking about the units. Like the units are just, everything is it's so ridiculous.
I couldn't
There's
believe it.
so many experts here this week. I can't take it. And then a guy is going to come in your mentions and tell you that it's not. I thought you were saying he don't believe you.
No, he believes me. He's been tracking it. He's been making 1 to 2 units a week off of me, and it's not good enough. I'm like, wait a minute, guys. Like, what the hell are you talking about?
Again, the content is fucking free.
Right. That too. Right. On top of that, it's free.
Like, there's people that will charge you a lot of money for this kind of information.
For 1 to 2 units a week, right? Profit, yeah.
And they don't profit 1 to 2 units a week.
I was stunned. I was like, you're not actually saying this to insult me, are you? Like, you're using this as an insult. This is an insult? Like, holy crap, what are we doing? Like, if you average it out, like, just take it just 1. If I'm 4 or 5 units up every single month, I'm in love. What are you talking about? This is hard. This is hard, man. This is a grind every single day, betting every single day, ups and downs. Because there's some days I lose 3 units. Now, yesterday I was fortunate. I went 3-2, and I was up 8.85 because of college football got me there again. So the under I played the under in Coastal in App State. That got sweaty at the end, but then it got there. The under came in. Overtime is so tough, man. Betting unders in college football when it's tied 24-24. It's
right.
Like, oh my God. 7 minutes to go, 24-24. I'm like, you just can't go to overtime. Can't go to overtime. So I don't know. It's all weird. Can Hellebuck win the Vezina? 5-1. Winnipeg at Calgary here tonight.
5-1.
Finalist last year. Ullmark beat him.
Who's the favorite?
Oh, I forgot.
Hold on. Is it Igor again?
Yeah, I think it's Yeshurkin, I think, is favorite.
Or is it Sorokin?
Both of them, I think, are ahead of him. At FanDuel to win the Vezina. Oh my, really? Saros and then Hellebuck. They're both tied. Yasturkin's 5-1. Sorokin's 5-1. Saros is 5-1. 4 guys, all 5-1. Ottinger's 11-1. Allmark 17-1.
Huh. Wow. It's kind of wide open, no?
Very much so. Very much. That's what I'm asking. In terms of like guys who are climbing, I think Hellebuck is right in line. We'll see tonight.
That's game 1 of 82.
True.
It's not. I don't learn anything about this. Saros 5 and Hellebuck 5 and Igor 5. Wow, Sorokin. They're just odds makers don't know either. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Why would just make 1-4, 1-6, 1-5, and 1-7? Like, right? This is one of those things. I just wonder. Somebody just got lazy right there.
Why?
Can't make all 5 guys, 4 guys the same number. It's confusing.
Can't?
You can. I don't know. If it was us, I'd say like, all right, which guy is on the best team of those 4? Look at that. Let's look at that.
I would say
Shesterkin, right?
Yeah. Shesterkin. I don't know. Rangers, Sorokin, I probably would say.
The Islanders?
Yeah. I like the Islanders better than the Rangers, personally.
Really?
Yeah, I like the Islanders. But,
I like Ottinger 11-1.
Right. For Dallas. Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah. We're talking about teams that are going to be in the conversation.
Linus is 17 and
Yeah.
Swayman's 25?
Right. Forget. Yeah. Let that go.
Damn, that's hard.
Yeah. Let that go.
How'd Linus win it last year?
Because he was unbelievable at home. You couldn't beat him at home.
But was
he not going to win it?
That's a platoon?
He had a 1.12 goals against at home or whatever it was. Couldn't score on him last year at home. It's incredible.
Let's just look down in the chat. Big business. Got nothing but Dallas and Texas on his mind. He said, what are the odds on Ottinger?
Yeah, 11-1. Ottinger's that's real. I would agree with that. That's 100% real for Ottinger to win it.
Yeah.
That's going to be a fun market to watch because the books don't know.
Art Ross Trophy. McDavid versus the field. Wow.
Yeah.
Minus 205 or you get the field. Plus 162.
Take McDavid.
Connor Bedard's minus 125 to win a Calder Trophy. You want to put away some money and just pick it up in 6 months? Just go bet that.
Yeah.
There is no chance.
That no one else
Zero
hurt.
chance that he don't win it, right?
Hurt.
Come on.
He gets hurt. Only way he doesn't win it if he gets hurt.
Minus 125.
Versus 7-1. The next option is 7-1. So heavy juice on that. Anyone dare to bet under in Oilers Vancouver tonight?
6.5 over 35 over 40. Oh my God.
7 plus 115 at some books.
Yeah.
So the numbers are the following. Edmonton was 55-31-8 last year overall, number 1 team to the over in hockey. On the road, they were 30-16-1 last year, also number 1 team in hockey. Vancouver 20-19-2 at home last year, 2-1 to the over when these teams played. Over 6.5.
Man.
You can't bet under in this game.
You can
You
if you
can.
like the sweat.
Could be dead in the first period.
Could. Yeah, not in a hurry to bet under in this game. Definitely not. We should ask that guy that said you're up only 1 unit.
Right.
Ask him what he likes.
Right.
What show does he have? I'm just curious.
Right. I agree. That's what I said. I said go start your own podcast. If you want to bet the gift for Edmonton and Vancouver tonight, Vancouver last year, the number 1 team in hockey, over 1.5 goals, excuse me, in the first. Vancouver over 1.5 goals in the first period, 73.1%. Edmonton 59.7%, 3-0 last year when these teams played. 2 goals or more were scored in all 3 games in the first period. It's expensive.
Do we have confirmation on the goalies for all these games?
I can tell you right now.
I love this new little feature on the Score app.
Well,
Skinner and Demko expected.
I can tell you right.
The morning guys are confirmed, like Allen and Samsonov.
Yeah, unconfirmed. Skinner and Demko are not confirmed or unconfirmed. The Bruins, it is Soderblom and Allmark for the Blackhawks and the Bruins. Jake Allen's playing for Montreal tonight. Samsonov is most likely in net for Toronto tonight.
Wow.
But yeah, it looks like.
How is Staros the favorite for Nashville, the goalie? Like I don't get it. Is he the favorite with those guys? Is Nashville going to make the playoffs? I don't know.
They'll be in the conversation, but I mean, West is tough. And then is this the game of the night? Kings and Avalanche. Colorado to LA.
Sneaky good game.
It's an opener. It's kind of almost like a pick 'em, right?
Sneaky good game. Cam came on last night and said that he likes the Kings to win the West.
Everyone does.
He said, yeah, a lot of people do. That's,
everyone. I mean, the Kings win the cup is a Kings. Toronto is another popular play. People like that they're picking.
Yeah.
We'll see. I mean, the Kings are, Talbot's in net tonight for them, most likely. Georgiev for Colorado.
This will be a fun physical game, man. This will be. I don't know if I want under in this game.
Measuring stick game.
Yeah, I don't
see where you're at early, late night, 10 o'clock Eastern time start. For you late night owls, you're watching on replay. You want to flip over to watch a game as well as us, you can do that because I think that game's gonna be fun.
I mean, you got Edmonton, Vancouver late, Colorado, LA late, and Winnipeg, Calgary late.
Yeah, good games. Good late nights.
Yeah, this will be fun. This is a hockey night all over the place here
for the East Coast guys. To Friday night football we go. Stanford in Colorado. Numbers 10.5. Buffalo's 0-3 straight up, 1-2 in their last 3 games.
No, it's Wednesday night. Right?
We always do this. Friday night. We always do. Wednesdays are college football day. Thursdays are NFL day. Then Friday we do roll call. We get
but you jumped the Friday game up or early. Okay, all right.
Because it's coming up on Friday. It's college football.
Is this kid going to play?
Well, that's the big question, right? Hunter may play. So he's on track to play. And if he plays.
We're back. We're back. Colorado.
I don't know if we're back, but I think Colorado is going to at least, being 10.5 point dogs on the road, at home rather, against Stanford is sort of one of those like another overcorrection by the books. Like the point is they don't think I think what I read one article on this and they're like, look, Stanford's going to take the ball and run the ball down the Buffalo's throats, keep the ball away, and that defense can't stop anybody. So it's just like long drive, touchdown, long drive, touchdown.
Right.
Like they're not going to be, and they won't, even if Colorado gets the ball and scores fast, they won't be able to keep up. But if Hunter plays, I think it changes a lot.
Line's going up.
Up.
Yeah.
So maybe he's not playing.
No, he's playing.
Oh, it's 11.5 now. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Sorry. Colorado's favorite. Sorry. Okay, hold on. Yeah. Sorry. This is when I'm doing things late night. Sorry. Hold on. That's why I was like, wait a minute. It's going up. That's why he is playing and the line's going up. I put dog.
You had
their favorite.
I didn't even see it. It said, I thought it said plus.
I put 10.5. That was my fault. Yes. It's
you had 10.5. Oh, yeah, okay.
Their favorite.
Yeah. Buffaloes. That's my first thought right now. Just looking at the odd screen. It's literally the first time that I
give me 14. I think Stanford's live though.
You always go 14. Extra. You're not getting 14.
13. You might.
Like you could have said 13.
It's 11.5 on Wednesday. You've always told me there's not a lot of resistance between 12 and 14.
I know, but 13 will be where they go, hold on. It's still Colorado. Hold on. They barely beat Arizona State. Hold on. Are they going to do the thing with the Rolex and all that other crap? What's
Yes,
it
they
like
will.
Friday night in Colorado? Is the luster gone?
No, it was not. And it would be party time. I mean, Friday night football in Colorado is going to be that's going to be a fun game to be at. Tough
Yeah.
environment for Stanford to go into. But I like Stanford to cover that. Run the ball,
Boys
keep the
in the
ball.
chat are bummed out. There's no more hockey talk from like Gump and the boys. We should do a hockey show.
Oh, well, we'll just do more hockey
A
here.
hockey show. We do more hockey here. You guys come in here.
We'll just do more hockey here. Yeah, we're going to do. I mean, we're going to talk a ton of hockey this year. There's no debating that. I mean, as I told people before, if you don't like hockey, we're going to make you like hockey because it's really fun. And ESPN's gone all in on their hockey coverage. Barry Melrose, by the way, happy trails, man. Unbelievable career.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Sorry that you're dealing with Parkinson's. Hopefully it's
Did you ever meet him?
Yes, but I'm trying to think about how many times in the last time I met him because one of my good friends, a girl I dated actually in college, Levy and her, like she did work for Steve Levy.
Mm-hmm.
And so she worked, she knew Barry because Steve and Barry are like
tight.
Completely, extremely tight. So she got to meet him. So when I was with her a couple times, I met Melrose and I met Levy. But I can't remember I was trying to remember his last time. Like, when was the last time? And I don't remember. It may have been like 15 years ago. I remember a long time ago.
Mine was 2006. Was working at the Golden Nugget. Kelsey was barely 1 year old. Kylie was 3 or turning 3. It was an insane time at the house. And Edmonton went to the Stanley Cup. And Barry, my dear friend, worked at the Nugget in Valet. He's the one that got me to go meet Chris and ended up starting there.
Mm-hmm.
His cousin is the equipment manager for the Edmonton Oilers. And he's like,
you
dude,
told me this story.
Yeah. So he goes, we can go up there. So I called Jess on my lunch break and we crafted this plan. And I said, what do you think about me going to Edmonton for the Stanley Cup? She's like, you know my wife. She's like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, we're only going to go for 48 hours. Me and Barry are going to go. He's going to get tickets to the game. We're going to stay at his mom's house. It's going to be very cheap. And she's like, you two are idiots. I'm like, yeah, I know. We just want to go to the game. It's a Stanley Cup, please. Well, whatever. So we do it. And we go. Game 3 was amazing. Northlands Coliseum. In between periods, I'm a little kid. When I get to Northlands Coliseum, I'm like, we got to be there 3 hours before. I got to walk around and do all this stuff.
Right.
So in between periods, in Edmonton, you could be right next to the players when they come off the ice. So I'm like, I got to get down there. I got to get down there. So we get down there and the players come off the ice and I'm like, oh, this is so cool. And standing right next to me is Barry Melrose.
Nice.
And Barry's like, hey, it's Barry Melrose. And he was caught. I'm like, I went right up to him. I'm like, Barry, nice to meet you. I'm Dave, blah, blah, blah. I really love your work and all that. He couldn't have been nicer.
Yeah, he's a good
Talked
dude.
for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, we took a picture. I got to find the picture because Butchie Gross put it on his Twitter. Like, if you have a picture of Barry and you put it up there, because I want him to see it.
Right.
Because, I mean, listen, man, I don't know anybody that's had Parkinson's that it ended well.
My uncle's got it right now.
Really?
Not good.
Yeah, it's
tough. He's a guy who used to take me to the Celtics games. He is a pulmonary doctor, and he's in the 80s and 90s. Celtics tickets were really expensive, and he had season tickets to the Celtics. So he had 2 daughters. He didn't have a son. I was the son he never had.
Right.
So I went whenever it was time to go to the Celtics game. So I don't know how many games we went to growing up together. A ton.
Oh man.
So it sucks to.
How old is he? 73,
I think.
Yeah, it's just
somebody, early 70s.
One of those things, but yeah, he had the flashy suit on, the hair was
it's
flowing.
familiar. Yeah, it's great.
He was so nice. I was like, we walked away, and Barry was like, "Well, that was really cool." He was just. I said, "Listen, when you meet somebody like that, and they're exactly what you hope they were, it's awesome." So Best wishes to him, his family. All
Amen
that
to that. Yeah, absolutely. All right, we roll through some college games here. We'll go through the top 10, and so big games of the week. Georgia at Vanderbilt. There are some big spreads this week, Dave. We won't spend some time in these.
I got the sheets last night so I could study and know where all the games are, because sometimes when we're talking and I haven't looked and I'm like, what time does that game start? I did what you did. I was like looking at the spreads. I'm like, this is the week before
the big
games.
Real. Yeah.
There's a lot of caca.
Top 10 caca games. There's some good games. Don't get me wrong.
No. The West Coast games. This week's about the Pac-12 and the West Coast.
There are 4 good games this week. But there's games like this. Georgia laying 31.5 on the road at Vanderbilt. There's Michigan laying 33.5 against Indiana tonight.
My glasses for this.
Okay.
Just lay these numbers. This is the lumberjack week. You're laying the wood, baby.
31
laying the wood.
Georgia.
Chop.
33.5 for Indiana. Ohio State, number 3, laying 19.5 against Purdue.
Yeah. You
Florida
want a dog
State.
yet? Have you heard a dog's name and an amount you want yet?
Florida State's laying 17.5 against Syracuse.
We're done with the Syracuse. If
Done with
Doctor
Syracuse.
comes with the Syracuse or anybody else with the Syracuse, you can
They
bet them all
suck.
you want. We're
Yeah.
done with them.
Syracuse
They
sucks.
suck, like Perrault says.
Penn State is playing my alma mater. They're 42.5 point favorites.
Shut up.
42
Attention is shut up. Did you see James Franklin? Oh.
Here's my question to you, because here's the narrative around your football team. This is why the question was asked.
James Franklin. Right.
James Franklin was asked about chucking and ducking. And he was like, I don't understand the words are coming out of your mouth, because he just lost it on the reporter. He was like, wait, so you want me just to throw the ball down the field without anybody really knowing where the ball's going? Well, yeah, just to let the guy make a – wait, are you saying that we're throwing the ball to someone where it's not designed just because I like you're speaking Chinese? Like it was I tweeted it at you because I thought the caption was really funny when somebody said, when your wife says you want to go out and hang out with the boys on weekend and leave the kids with her. It's like,
he's like, no,
I don't know. No.
No.
So the narrative around Penn State right now is that their offense is not explosive, that it's boring, it is lacking.
Yeah.
It's one of the worst offenses in college football for explosive plays beyond 20 yards.
Right. Yeah. Same
care?
thing about the Eagles.
Fair, they are. That's fair. They are. That's
Right.
true.
What's the Eagles' record?
Undefeated.
What's the Penn State record?
Undefeated.
Shit is working.
I agree. But the fear is
It was a bad question, though, and it was by a beat reporter that he knows, and it was a bad question.
I understood the premise.
Are we playing playground football?
Right. The premise
Coach,
was,
can we play playground football once to see if the kid can throw?
yeah, like there was
It's a bad question.
it was a bad question. The question should have been phrased in a way. He was trying to get James Franklin to talk about the offense and the fact that the offense has not produced big explosive plays.
You get clear glasses.
It would have been easier for him just to have said, are you worried at all about your offense's inability to produce big plays? You would have gotten the same answer, but in a less condescending tone from James Franklin. He wouldn't have gone off the way that he went off as to like, are you a fucking idiot? Why are you asking me this question? You want me to throw? He goes, I was the wide receiver coach too. It's like, what are you talking about? So you actually are saying this, that you want us to throw the ball down the field just without any plan, just to do it? Like, what are you talking about? Like, it was a very interesting reaction that he clearly was frustrated by the way the question was asked. And I talk to my kids all the time at UNLV about this. The phrasing of your question matters. How you phrase it matters. Be careful. You ask lazy questions, you should get dunked on. Like, that's a lazy question. You're asking the coach to do the work for you. You know everyone wants to know, because the numbers are now coming out. Penn State is one of the worst offenses for explosive plays in college football. So ask that. Does that bother you? Are you worried? And then the answer would come back what you just said. Have we lost yet? I think we're okay. When we lose, you can ask that question. But until we lose, don't ask that question.
I get it. I do. Did you ever work a job where you had to do the daily or the weekly press conference like this?
Oh, yeah. Oh, my whole career. Pretty much. Yeah. Until I
Did you ever want to go?
Yes. I love
Oh,
them.
you did love them?
Oh yeah. I always appreciated any opportunity I had to be in and around, because it was a content rich environment for me. I'm a talk show host. So I loved it. I love being around. I love talking to the beat writers. I love talking to people in the press room. I love.
But you knew what it was, what it was early.
I was there I was there. Everyone was afraid of why I was there. They knew why I was there. I wasn't there to help anybody. I wasn't there to make anybody look good. I was there to dunk on every damn person I could find. I was looking for show topics. I wasn't looking to cover the team with pom-poms and rah-rah. I was showing up because I wanted to know what dumb question was going to get asked or what stupid answer was going to be said. Right. That's what I was after. I was after the angle.
You knew.
Oh,
so, like I got indoctrinated into it as a young intern, and it was a very serious thing in Pittsburgh. I had to go and listen,
of course,
to Bill Carr, and what Bill Carr would talk about for Steelers, and what we were doing. And they're like, Dave, go in there, shut up, don't say a word, just put the microphone down. And if there's a follow-up question that comes in your head, like, really think about it, because you're going to be very careful. You got to be. This is very serious. So, like, and then I got indoctrinated and walking into Jim Leland's office, and I did not get the code. So, like, I was 19 and scared shitless of asking the wrong question because I saw him light up people. And I was like, okay, all right, I better, I eased into the baseball. That at least was right after a game. These Tuesday orchestrated press conferences, now that I know they are for what they are, and, COVID changed a lot of them too. Nobody could go. So now they just anonymously dial into a number and have a Zoom press conference.
I still can't believe that that's where I'm still stunned that that's what we're still. I every time I see it, I'm like, this is for the beat writer. This is so easy. This is exactly what they've always dreamt of, because there's no parking, there's no walking. They lose the free food, but they can give that up if it means they can just sit on their ass and fire questions anonymously at coaches.
Doing right now?
What do you mean? It's the truth. I'm talking about the schools. Make these fuckers go and show up. Stop giving them the out. I don't understand this, because everyone knows this. The internet is full of people who will throw questions and statements at you that they would never say to you face to face. There
always was accountability. That is true. When you're in person,
make the guy sit in front of you and ask that question. Like, make that guy ask James Franklin the question into his face versus just throwing it out there for the hell of it because you're trying to get a quote and you're lazy and you're not asking a question that you really, you can't form a proper question. I don't get that. I think you talk about it all the time. Seeing the white in someone's eyes and having that conversation, that goes for interviewing too. That goes for press conferences as well. Mm-hmm. That's the one thing, like post-COVID, I don't understand that we're not getting back together for press conferences, and the media is allowing this. Like, they're like, oh, this is great. I can have 3 guys at home sit on their computer and ask the coach and get the quote, and I can get 4 or 5 stories up before having, there's no to and from anymore. I'm not driving anymore. I'm not, waiting to go right.
Fighting the rain or the snow.
Whatever
to
it is. Right. Having to press conference and actually walk and shake hands and whatnot. I get the convenience of it, but it does not give you the same quality of answer. I'll tell you that right now. It does not.
Well, the coaches coaches like him are media savvy now. Whereas I don't know, back then it wasn't such an important thing. Or it really was a local press conference. Like, it wasn't that big of a deal. Like, it has something had to be.
And if somebody came in from the outside, if a national media person showed up, you knew it was a big deal. Something different was like, someone's here. Okay. And if it's and then when it's a bad story, the investigative reporter shows up. Then you're fucked, because now this person's in it. You're like, oh God, this guy's here. Big. What's gonna happen? Like when Pat Forty would show up for Yahoo Sports, when he was really like the guy writing big stories for college football. When Pat Forty would show up in Lincoln, everybody was like, oh, okay, what's going on? Pat Forty's here. And you'd have to wonder about what the article was going to look like, and blah, blah, blah.
There was such a weird dynamic when the national guy would show up too. The local people would take it resentful, They'd be mad, and like some people in the organization
fair
would just kiss the ass of the national reporter.
It would get
and
all
you're
the
like,
yes.
You're like, wait a second, I'm here every day.
Yeah, working
What
my ass
are you
off, right?
doing right now? It was a very, very awkward type situation.
Yeah, because it put you in a pecking order. You then knew where you stood in the pecking order with the university. Like they're going to cater because his audience is much larger than yours, so he gets everything special.
Yeah, I heard a great expression. One of the guys on the radio said, "It's important to be nice, but it's nice to be important," and that's the way. Like you heard that on. That's a national reporter. When a national reporter showed up, it was like, "Oh, this guy's important." Yeah, but he's an asshole. like. Sometimes, not all the time, but like they were coming in, direct admission, get what they needed and get out. And it was like, all right, I'll be here at practice again tomorrow.
Right, because that guy's flying in
practice.
That guy's flying out he's flying out tomorrow.
Give me the quote.
Right, tomorrow morning. Right, it's fair. Washington, here are your big games. Number 7, Washington. Number 8, Oregon. Game of the week.
Can't wait to watch this game.
Bo Nix, Heisman Trophy candidate. Michael Penix Jr., odds-on favorite to win the Heisman right now. Over Caleb Williams. Big game for the Heisman. Big game for the playoffs.
Everything. This gives the Pac-12, leader the road in the Heisman. Not it can be won, but it can be lost.
100%.
You're
right, exactly. You can't win the Heisman, but you can lose the Heisman.
Right.
Agreed.
Yeah, this is one of the games I'm looking forward to the most. You got a couple more on the list.
Yeah, this game's going to be awesome. USC's at Notre Dame, and the Irish are favored.
A lot of people are asking why.
I'm one of them.
Why? Notre Dame's going to win this game, no?
Man, defensively then, bet the under.
Why?
I don't know how much the Irish are going to score unless they're going to run the ball down the throats of USC.
Oh, that's exactly what they're going to do.
Okay. I mean, that's what I would do.
But 60.5.
I mean, this is bad news for USC. You lose this game, it's bad.
Bad news. It's an out-of-conference game. It's not the worst thing in the world.
Notre Dame isn't in conference for anybody, but it's a bad. No, that's what I mean.
Notre Dame just lost to Louisville. That's
my point. That's my point. If you're USC and you go to Notre Dame and you lose after they've lost 2 games now, not good.
Guys, if you're watching the show live, we're learning about the commercials. So you guys tell us how many commercials you've had while watching the show.
Mm-hmm.
Someone got 7, someone got 2, someone got 5.
Keep
track of how many. It's all random.
Yeah.
We're finding out. We're learning. We're not trying to bother you with it. We appreciate you watching the show live.
It's just stunning.
Great question on the Twitter, by the way. What I don't even know the answer to the question.
What was the
on
question?
The BVB show account?
What
is the BVB?
Oh, I did
live show with a replay.
Yeah, I did that.
A podcast with this.
It's only because
it throws me in my tracks. I did not know which one to vote.
Because I was quoted. I've seen now that we're getting a lot of national press with stuff that you're doing. So we've been in the Chicago Sun-Times and we've been on ESPN.com in the last 4 weeks. And I forget what Mish called the show, but Purnham called it a podcast. And I was like, yeah, but that sounds like we taped something and we just put it out. So like, what are we? I don't know what to call us either. Like, let's see. 34% said a live show with a replay. 29% said a podcast with a live option. 31% said YouTube show with replay. And 4.9 said a recorded TV show.
Guys, go on the Twitter account and vote.
And just
we don't know either. We're trying to figure it out.
Because I think someone says, what's your show? It's a show.
We got meetings this afternoon. That guy's going to ask us 100%. He's going to ask us, what is your show? I don't know, man. Just watch it.
It's a show that has multiple ways of consuming it, is how I think of it. There's live, there's recorded, there's radio, there's TV, there's audio, there's clips. Like, we got all the boxes covered.
I like that everything bagel.
Right. we got everything
on
it.
Everything bagel.
Yeah.
We got it all.
Right. I would agree.
You want cream cheese? We got it. You want lox? We got it. You want
Here
peanut
is
butter? We got it.
so I've been doing this Drake May thing because I bet Drake May to win the Heisman.
Yes, you have.
And so I've been writing this Drake May story every week
Yes.
for a different website and covering Drake May. He has gone as high as 40-1 to win the Heisman.
Yes, sir.
Tez Walker comes back. He throws for 442 yards and 3 touchdowns, no picks last week. Cut it in half. He's right back to his starting number of 16-1 to win the Heisman. Big game against Miami coming
Makes
up here.
sense.
Big game against Miami for him here. Drake May's got to light up Miami. Eyeballs have not been on. They're undefeated. Eyeballs start to get on for this game
I'm
and
starting
Clemson.
to buy this. I didn't have this game as excited as you did. But you're actually selling me on this now. I'm actually
Big game. This is a
time is
big
this game.
because of what happened. with
Time is
Miami.
this game start.
I don't
Hold
remember
on.
because of what happened to Miami last week.
Yeah, this is now we got. Now you piqued my interest. 4:30. This is in the prime time slot.
Yeah,
4:30
night
Pacific, 7:30 Eastern. I wasn't going to watch this game, and now I'm going to have to pay attention to this game. This is good.
This is going to be a fun game. I'm really excited to watch Drake May play, and he has a chance with Tez Walker because now the offense looks like it's supposed to look like, and that's what's really that's what's going to be fun. Is that now we see North Carolina for what North Carolina could look like. Number is 4 now at South Point. 58 is the total here, so we're seeing some movements going up on North Carolina. It should be a really fun atmosphere. It should be a sellout crowd. Miami's on the road. They're 0-1 in play, 2-0 in the ACC for North Carolina. You have Florida State, Louisville, North Carolina, who appear to be the 3 top teams in the conference. And we'll see who winds up coming out of it. And then one more before we let go of sports grid here. Oregon State laying 3.5 against UCLA, another Pac-12 monster game.
Another interesting game.
Running under.
Under?
Under. Run the ball.
That a little bit more. I don't know. This is Oregon State, is it not?
Oregon State's been an under team this year.
I know, but this is Oregon State to win. This is
to win?
Yeah. Yeah,
probably
this show.
Probably. Let's see. Oregon State is
Oregon
Oregon.
State.
Wow, Oregon's 1-4 to the over this year. Oregon State. Oregon State so far this year. Well, I thought they would be more than that. Okay, they're not as near on the underside. Must have been the blowout that they've had.
Jimmy Jack says UCLA's played pretty good defense this year.
They have.
Yeah,
they run the ball.
Yeah,
that's both teams run the ball. So that running clock,
quarterback. Yeah,
running clock's going to be a big thing.
Okay.
Man, Iowa's just such a nice under 2-4 to the over for Iowa. Utah's 0-5 this year. They've not gone over yet this year with that defense for Utah.
Correct.
Looking for teams in plays. If you're looking for things to kind of jump in on here with that.
5-1 versus 4-1, 4-2 versus the spread, and both teams went over last game. Washington. Oh no. UCLA.
What time is it Utah State?
UCLA, Oregon State is at 5:00 Pacific. Late game. All the games are late. This is good. 4:30 for USC and Notre Dame. Be perfect. Bowling night at the house. That'll be awesome. I'll be home by myself, being a dog, hopefully watching the games. I have to set up multiple screens, get a pizza, maybe, and just relax. I don't know.
It is. Okay, there it is. I just found it. Okay, so UCLA
or Oregon State.
Oregon State. I'm wrong. They're 4-2 to the over. UCLA is the team. They're 1-4 to the over.
Right.
UCLA is the under team.
Yes.
Wow. Because I missed that Cal score. 52-40 was the final of that game.
DJ Ungalele.
My God, they scored 52 points. Holy mother.
Light them up.
Because Washington State went over. I knew that. UC Davis and San Jose State, I don't care. So, again, San Diego State under, Utah under, Wash State, but the Cal game is what I thought there would be 1-3 to the under in those games. They're 2-2. Right. But UCLA has been an under team. My God. I mean, 25 points, 7 points, 59 against North Carolina Central, 35 against San Diego State, and 27 against Coastal. So 4-1 to the under for UCLA. I like the under. 54, 55. I like the under in that game.
Go to grid, bye-bye, and stay here for BVB bonus time, please.
Bonus time. Better to book it and super chat questions to be answered on the other side. If you're live on Sports Grid, live on SiriusXM, thank you for being here. If you guys are live every day on YouTube, stick around. You are getting bonus time. We can go right into it, really, because we don't have much in between, so we can go right into better to book it.
Jimmy Jackson, we're definitely not a podcast. Those
Right?
cannot be live. This is BVB, where nobody knows shit and rain doesn't matter. It's a
Rain?
talk show on sports. I don't know. Just watch it. Put that on a t-shirt.
What is BBB? I don't know. Just watch it.
Just
That's
watch it.
that's a really
that
good t-shirt.
is
That would be a phenomenal
really,
t-shirt.
really good.
I like
was
that.
Awesome.
That's a really
Yeah.
good t-shirt.
I don't know. Just watch. Thank you, Dave's Daily Picks. Thank you for that.
That's good stuff.
It's the opposite of Seinfeld. It's a show about something.
But
JP
we don't know.
Scafford.
But we don't know what it is. It's
But
a
we
show
don't
about
know.
something. We don't know what it is. That's
Akbar, my guy, he just came in and said it's a fucking family show. How about that?
I don't mind
Trying
that.
to get Stephanie back on for you. She's MIA. The Giants stink. She's
Yeah.
done watching football.
She's not very
Crazy.
happy. Hold your
Yeah.
ears.
Whitrock.
What?
No, Whitrock said, I love everything bagels. Go ahead, play the stinger. Wasn't ready for it. You got me. I was like this.
I told
oh,
you.
my God. I don't know what to do.
I said, hold on. Better to book it. Oilers Canucks over 6.5 minus 135. Betting it.
Man, oh man. It's fine. Like, this is the top. Don't lay 140 on totals. Just wait for the game. If there's no
Yeah,
goal in
fair.
the first 2 minutes,
It'll drop.
yeah, it'll be affordable. Like, take your shot. If you're going to bet this pregame because you like the 6.5, because if there's a goal early, it's going boom right to 7.5. So you got to gamble a little, which is kind of fun for the end game. You get no goal in the first 3 minutes, this will be 6.5 flat. If they get past that first 3 minute mark, you might flash a 5.5 with heavy juice. I don't think 6 is that important, but bet it. Scared, but bet it.
I'm not scared. Jets Flames under 6.5. Numbers moved.
Look at you. You like this game under? Oh, you got 6.5 last night.
Winnipeg and Calgary,
6 flat.
3-0 to the under last year.
Yeah.
Winnipeg on the road, 27-13-4, the second best road under team last season with Hellebuck in net. Again, 21-19-1 to the under at home for Calgary with Markstrom in net.
Right. It's 6 now, so 6.5's gone. So don't get into mentions and start saying you're giving out picks and lines that don't exist. Bet's overnight.
It was all right.
6.5 last night. I see it.
It's expensive. It was
So under 6. Under 6 is good. Under 6. We'll say bet it.
Yeah.
We'll say bet it.
3-1, 3-2 final. And then finally, Diamondbacks Dodgers over 9.5.
This gotta be
Over. Goodbye. We running.
This gotta be. I don't know. I think both teams will have a lead today at this point. Like, I don't think the Dodgers have led an inning of either game yet, but I think both teams will have a lead at some point today.
Offense tonight for this.
Yeah.
Betting it, yes.
Yeah, I think this is the side. Yeah.
Okay. Super chats, bunch of them.
Let's go.
Big business on Cloud 9. Good morning, boys and girls. Top of the world this morning. Let's bleep in go Rangers. He dropped a fitty spot. Appreciate it.
Thank
Sonic.
you very much.
Matt, enjoy the YouTube show. Try to get video from the transition from Zoo Station to the Fly for me. Always liked the way they did that. Okay, I'll see what I can do for that from Zoo Station to the Fly. As I can't wait to watch and see what's going on. Corey said, first saw you two on the Zooropa tour. Wow, 92 while in college. Drove from Lincoln to Ames to go see them at Jack Trice Stadium. Primus opened up. How about that? What particular song are you hoping to hear, Matt? Okay. So there's a bunch. I'm a really big fan of Acrobat, and I've had a gigantic thing in my life with that song, and it's got there's a line in there, "Don't let the bastards grind you down." That's been sort of one of
my dad saying. He used to say that every day to me.
Yeah, so that's Acrobat is a huge
that line in a song.
Yeah, it's U2 lyric. Yeah, so
don't
let the bastards. I mean, it's a saying, but U2 put it into Acrobat and into the song.
Heard that?
Yeah, on Acton Baby. So
okay,
that lyric, that song, that moment, and I'm really looking forward to that. I mean, one is arguably the best song that U2 has ever created. It's poppy and popular and overplayed and done out. I get it, but I've never seen it live. So I really want to hear that song live just to hear what it sounds like and just how they do it and the way they do it. I still think the buffaloes running off the cliff is such a crazy, wacko analogy that U2 uses. So I would say those are the two things I'm looking forward to the most, but it's going to be highly charged. U2 has been very political throughout their entire life. I've already seen clips of Bono talking about what's happening in Israel. And now what we know, what is really going on there and the atrocities happening every day over there right now. It's going to be a pretty politically charged environment tonight. So I'll be interested to see how that goes over here in town. Dave's Daily Picks. I'm wrapping up the ish morning. I want to thank both of you for being here every day. I needed the show today. Appreciate it, my friend. Chef Benny, parlay plus 235, aces, Bruins in regulation, goal in the first 10 minutes for Edmonton and Vancouver. I like it. Plus 235. I like them.
Aces. What else? What's after aces?
Bruins in reg.
Okay.
Gift, Edmonton, Vancouver.
It's not bad.
No. Yeah.
I mean, Chef Benny's come doing work.
Yeah, that's fun.
That's good. And that covers a bunch of different things. Don't be a bum, hit the thumb. We're putting that on a t-shirt. We're going to credit Chef Benny for that t-shirt because he's done us a couple t-shirts that we have. Thank you, sir, for that. Excellent. Yeah, good.
Cashing a gift parlay is a Swift gift teen for your birthday.
Whoa.
Swift gift teen.
Who said that?
Addison. He's calling it a gift teen. The goal in the first 15 minutes is a gift teen.
A gift teen.
Gift teen. That's what it is.
I like that. I thought you said team.
No, keen. Gift teen, like 15.
Right. Okay.
In the first 15 minutes 15. For that. So good stuff there, guys.
Well, if anyone else in the content space uses that, I'm
that's true.
Come after you.
Well, we got gift.
I've never heard gift teen in my life until just now.
He has. I think we need to come up with he actually has a card that he puts out on our Discord channel about the number of different names he has. Like he has a Connor McDavid goal in the first 15 minutes. Goal in the first 5 minutes, which turns into a Santa. He called it something else. Like he calls Connor McDavid doing it himself. Like if he scores a goal in the first 5 minutes, he has an entire hole. It's really cool.
That's great.
Breakdown. Yeah, he's designed this whole terminology that's tremendous for goals in the first 10, goals in the first 5. So it's good stuff. Favorite thing about today is what?
Two things. One, I still don't know what the show is. And I do the show every day. So I don't know. It's you put that poll on and I saw it last night and I'm like, damn it. There's a couple choices here.
Right.
I know what I'm not, but I don't know what I am. I don't know what it is. I know people like it. The difference is, I mean, we're a live show. I'd say we're a TV show more than a podcast.
Fair.
But this chat and the people in this chat make this show. You guys make the show go. You help the show grow.
Agrees.
It's all put together. I mean, it's all coming together. And there's a lot
By
of
the way,
people in town.
we're 9 followers from 5,000 on the Twitter account.
I saw that. We're going to get to 5 dimes by Sunday.
When we get to 5,000, one follow.
Patch. Look at him frozen. Snap your fingers.
That's wow. That's the first freeze.
That was.
There we go. That was the first freeze.
Right.
And it's
So what did you say? No one heard you said.
Oh, sorry. I said when we get to 5,000.
I said hats for everybody.
Yes, we get one. Well, one person following gets a hat. So we're 9 users away from giving away a hat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now the leader in the clubhouse is a live show with replay at 34.8% on that chat.
Live show with replay. Yeah. I mean, and again, it's the chat. It's the boys and girls from all over the world. We got the guys in Australia are happy about the start time today.
Oh,
this Whitrock's not happy about the start time today because he's got 2 more hours of work after.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry about that. West Coast people, we apologize. We got business we got to take care of, but we're mobile. We can start ish when we want ish. We get guests who we want, not who we have to have. There's a lot of pluses about doing a show the way we're doing it, and we're going to keep doing it. I mean, there's no other way about it. So that one is my favorite thing about today. 2, Kylie Big Consig signed her national letter of intent, paperwork official. She's going back east.
Phenomenal.
She's going to play softball and attend school at Felician University in Rutherford, New Jersey. First bird to leave the nest for a little while. Things are, I mean, I don't know how to explain it, what's going on. There's a lot of emotions, positive, negative, this and that. As a dad, I'm proud of her. As a dad who saw the kid put in the work right next to her and, watched them shine. She's going to join her teammate that we coached to play, have an opportunity to play. I'm beyond excited. It's going to be a wild ride, but as I called Brother Dan, who lives close by and will become a real uncle, he goes, she's moving in January from Vegas? I said, yep. I said, she has no idea what's coming. So we got explained to a West Coast kid who thinks 36 is cold in Vegas.
Dry cold. Wait till the humidity cold is the worst.
It's a lot of, we're going to be talking about the weather a lot, but you can count on me making at least one trip back east in the spring, if not multiple trips, to see this kid play in person. So if you guys are back east, I'll be doing a hookup, meetup, whatever you want. But we got things on the agenda. Those are my 2 favorite things about today. What have you got, sir?
Easy. I'm seeing you 2 tonight. That's nothing easy. I'm seeing you tonight. That's it. 4th time in my life seeing you 2, and I cannot fucking wait to go. And
God, you're gonna be a mess tomorrow.
I can't wait. It's gonna be so fun. My ears are gonna be ringing. It's just gonna be.
Oh yeah, you're gonna be. It's
gonna be fun. And I'm psyched. I guess to hang out. Dan Bach is the one who's hooking this up. So a guy you guys may know for the content space, and it's just
might see him this afternoon.
It's a cool story. It's a very cool story to have that. Like, he's a Brigade Proxy Service customer of ours, and he's a guy that I mean, it's weird. People you meet in your life, you have no idea how and when they'll stay or they won't stay, and it's cool that I knew Dan. Dan knew me when I was 22. I knew Dan when he was 20.
You want to talk about the universe working a weird way? I get to meet Smiley because of Twitter. I start writing a column. He says we should do a podcast. So we do a podcast for Sports Handle. Smiley can't do it. He says, I'm going to introduce you to this guy, Dan Bach. You guys do the show. I'm like, oh, okay. I immediately, because you and I talk and text every day, I'm like, do you know a guy named Dan Bach? And you're like, yeah, how the hell do you know him? I'm like, I'm doing a podcast with him in 3 days. What? How? What? Like, you guys work together? Oh, yeah. Well, he's the guy I drove around with the South. What? The world, it's complete crazy world. Now we're doing a show today. It's nuts. That's
how the world
I can't
works.
imagine the 2 of you rocking out tonight. The YouTube.
Oh, it's gonna be fun. I can't wait. Yeah, it's gonna be neat. His wife's gonna be with us. Cal Spears, I think, is gonna be with us.
Froze again. There's the universe telling us to end the show.
Pretty much, yes. We good?
Snap your fingers.
That doesn't do
All right.
anything. 'Cause
You're
I'm feeling-
dragging right now. No, that's how we know you're back.
Yeah.
And the
On the
fans love
freeze.
it. The fans
On the
make the
freeze.
show.
Yeah, they do. Thank you for being here, everybody. We appreciate it. Back
Thanks, Al.
tomorrow, normal time for a big Thursdays. BVB, David Matt with you on Thursday.